Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to Myvirginkitchen. I had my first ever recipe request through Instagram from Fabio De Maria. Alright mate, how's it going? Cool name. You wanted me to use tofu, which is right there. It's kind of weird, but we're going to make some tofu bruschetta. Right, so this is tofu. It's not a giant ice cream cake, that would be amazing. And I've done what a lot of you told me to do, is press it down because it holds a lot of water, and my goodness, it does. It's like a sponge. In fact, it's kind of like the texture of a sponge, and a lot of you have told me that it is bland tasting, so let's have a taste. Oh, a little sliver of it. I don't hate it, I don't like it. It's just like spongy water right now. So we're going to marinate it in a nice zestiness, and we're going to put it on our bruschetta. Let's get going. Okay, so the tofu needs to be ramped up flavour. Get a bowl and put in about 5 tablespoons of olive oil. About a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Oh yeah, I love that effect. Can you see that? That whole like oil slicky thing. You get that in restaurants and stuff. Digging it. Some ground black pepper, maybe like a tablespoon of that if you're feeling generous. Right, so the zest of about half an orange. And the juice of half an orange. The zest of at least half a lemon, maybe go for 3/4 of it. And the juice of 1/2 the lemon. Woo! Good job I haven't cut my fingers or anything, that would sting, baby. And last but not least, this is a garlic clove that I have chopped up roughly. And all we do now is grab a spoon or a spatula. I'm going to use the spit and spatula and mix it all together. Right, transferring it to a slightly smaller bowl so I can really get the tofu absorbed in there. Then all I'm doing is getting my tofu slices and putting them in the marinade. Now I have actually got a fork and stabbed it a little bit to make little holes in there, or you could use a toothpick just so that flavour really gets absorbed in there. Right, so I've just covered it in some cling film, dong 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 dong, like I'm playing the drums. I'm now going to whack it in the fridge. So the tofu's in the fridge with you right now. Half an hour is the absolute minimum for it to go in there. So I'll put it in there for an hour, but meanwhile we'll make the bruschetta filling, which will also go in the fridge. See you in a bit. Right, so to make our bruschetta topping, first thing that's going in is a little tub of chopped tomatoes, and that's been drained off. You could alternatively buy some tomatoes, boil them up, and then remove the skins and chop them up. But I like this better. I'm now putting in a handful of coriander and a handful of parsley. Push that down. Messy hands time. A clove of garlic, which will hopefully get chopped up. A little handful of orange peppers. I just wanted to add a little bit more sweetness in there and a different colour contrast. In a bit more balsamic vinegar, about a teaspoon of that. And a little bit more lemon juice, round about a teaspoon again of that. Yeah. Now if my eyes didn't just deceive me, yeah, a pip did just fall in there. So make sure you get your pips out. That ain't going to be good. Alright, lid on and whiz away. Oh wow, that is looking darn good. Oh my goodness, look at that colour. You want to have a look? I'll just get it out for you. Yeah, baby. It is a little bit still quite moist, so I'm going to pass it through a sieve and then refrigerate it. Okay, so I passed the mixture through a sieve and just chucked it in a fit of rage into the sink like that. It looks a bit gruesome, doesn't it? Don't worry about it, but look, chung chung. It's nice and thick texture now. You don't want it too wet, otherwise it'll soak into your breads, and you don't want that. Right, so that's been 45 minutes. I've got the marinated tofu right back there. I've got to tell you, these are the ingredients if you want to make this. Hit pause and write them all down. Sorry about that. And also, my oven is preheated to the temperature right down there. So all I'm going to do now is pick out, oh wow, it's all sort of slippery. And the marinated tofu, I'm putting it on a baking tray that I've lined with some baking paper. So obviously, the marinade isn't all going to come out straight away with it. A lot of it is still in the bowl. So what we can do is just drizzle some extra of it on top of it. And also about halfway through, we're going to bake it for about 25 minutes. About halfway through, we'll pour some more on just to really ooze that flavour on there. Oh yeah, we're going to put that in the oven right now. Right then folks, as you can see, I've coated them quite well. They're going to go into the oven then on the middle shelf, and I will spin them around halfway through. Shut this door. Yeah, working better now. Bread, there we go. I've got a ciabatta bun roll thing. All I'm going to do is cut it at angles to get the longer length, about ½ an inch width apart. And that's going to get baked as well at the same temperature in the same oven on the top shelf, which is why we put that on the middle shelf. Yeah? Alright guys, I just spun around my tofu and it's looking good. I'm grabbing this thing that looks a little like a nipple tassel, but in fact it's just a brush. And some of that marinade from earlier that we used on the tofu, just spread it on one side of your ciabatta slices. So all I'm going to do now is flip them over so that oil side that we just brushed is facing down. And we're just going to toast the top part by putting them in the oven. This will be where the heat goes and it should brown. So let's get them back in the oven and we're nearly ready. Just got to say, I'm about to take this out of the oven and the smell from the Virgin Kitchen right now is super stonking. Not just stonking, it's super stonking. And that is the tofu that has been flavour infested. Basted it halfway through, as I say. I can't wait, I think we might have unblanded it. And tofu to me, I was thinking about it, it kind of sounds like something that, you know, you might put your feet on. You probably couldn't see my feet then, but you know what I mean? I'm going to put my feet on the tofu to chill out. Let's just taste it. All right, so there's my slices of bruschetta, nice and toasted, and there we go. There is the tofu, flavor infested, nice changing color there. Gonna get it on top right now. Brilliant, I am loving that. And now we're just gonna spoon on some of that tomato straight on top like that. Spread it all out. Oh my goodness, I'm using a princess spoon as well, which gives me a little bit more flexibility. Loving it. Let's just add a little bit more lemon zest on there. Oh wow. That's it all done. My neighbour's dog's barking, so you might be able to hear it in the background. And there we go, check that out. All ready to be eaten. You hear that dog barking? It's hungry for bruschetta. Yummy. Right then folks, let's give this a try. Random pack of wet wipes on the table. Not really essential right now. Essential, yeah, when you need to change nappy. Lifting up the legs, giving it a little ooh, you know, after the toilet. Sorry about that, but it's all about this right now. Let's give it a go. I'm really excited about this. Oh. So good. So I know some of you guys get annoyed when I speed up the video because I chomp quite a bit. That's why I do it, otherwise we go. But I'm telling you, that is amazing. You've got the real crunch of the bread right there, and the subtleness of the tomatoes, and that tofu is full of flavour. It's soft, it's soothing and kind of nice and silky on the way down. It's a perfect combination. I'm just going to carry on eating this, guys. So if I can make that, absolutely anyone in the world can. Have a go for yourself. Let me know how you get on, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers for the suggestion. Remember, if you've got one, send it in, and I will get through it eventually. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching the video on the tofu bruschetta, guys. It was actually surprising how yummy that was. I was a bit skeptical, but we turned it unbland in the end. Over there on the right hand side is the last video I did, one of my food fears, where I tried beetroot for the first time. Check it out. Remember, if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, subscribe and all that stuff, because it helps the channel grow. And I love you.